Hello, hello. I've arrived. But yeah, we're back. More Tales of Arise. Yeah, let's see. What else is there to say for today? I guess, yeah, usual business, I suppose. Scheduled business, and then we'll go into more specific business. So, it's looking like I may not actually be able to stream tomorrow. Hold on, I need to adjust my microphone. Actually, hold on. I should mute it first before I start moving it around. Give me a sec. There we go. I sound very quiet on my end today. I don't know if that's actually coming through, but that is what it seems to be to me. Oh well. Yeah, it is not a problem that I have the time to address at this moment, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's that I am quiet or if it's just that the game is loud. It shouldn't be too loud. I do have it running already in the background here. Yeah, anyway. Schedule. So, it's looking like I may not... Okay, yeah, this is definitely in the wrong place. Hold on. There we go. That should be a little bit better. It doesn't sound very different to me, but I think it should be. It's in a place that makes more sense. So I'm assuming that it's good. Anyway, schedule. So, no stream tomorrow probably. I've got some business that I need to attend to after work. Yeah, after work or both before and after work. Yes. So I do also have some stuff that I need to do on Friday, but I am going to do everything within my power to make sure that the stream still happens. And what exactly that will mean, I'm not quite sure. But I will do everything that I can to make sure that it happens. I will be out of the house, but not out of town for much of these upcoming days. I am house sitting for a local friend. So, I should, be able to... I say house sitting, I'm also dog sitting, which is why I, can't simply leave can't necessarily leave just for a couple hours and then come back without issue. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. I will do my best to plan my Friday around that, and my dog interactions around that, and whatnot. But I guess they do have internet at my friend's house. So in theory, I could stream from there. I don't know how good the internet there is, necessarily. I don't know if it would necessarily support streaming, or at least not at the quality that I expect from my streams, but I guess I can always, stream at a relatively low quality and just fall back on the VOD, because I record these at a reasonably decent quality. I think I actually do record at a slightly higher quality than I stream already. So, I don't know, we'll see. I probably won't have the opportunity to do a test stream. I could, I guess, see how things go, or do some sort of speed test type thing. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. What is here, however, is Tales of Arise. But before we get to that, we're going to get through the rest of the week. I guess we already covered the rest of the week, because there's only two days left in the streaming week, and I've already said I'm not going to do one, and I've already said that I'm going to do the other one no matter what it takes. So, yeah, you can expect the Friday stream. I might actually... Yeah, for the Friday stream, I might actually go... Yeah, because I was thinking I would go to work, come back from work, stream, and then go check on the dog. But I suppose it's probably best if I check on the dog first. Because, there will definitely, if nothing else, it's fewer hours in between the last time I saw the dog, so... But yeah, anyway. Planning this all out in my head as I go here. But yeah. Where was I? Dog. I was saying things about a dog. But I was saying some things about the schedule also. So I guess Yeah, okay, so 7:30 p.m. Central Time, basically. Well, no. I'm used to saying that, but no. Like I said, I'm probably going to want to check on the dog before I stream, if I do not stream over at that house. So, in that case, yeah. Yeah, the stream will be delayed somewhat, probably. Because I'll have to go over there, and then I'll have to go home, and I'll have to do all that. Okay, so... hopefully that wasn't as confusing for you as it was for me. I always... well, maybe not always, but I often feel like I am the one who comprehends my speech the least. But yes. So, no Thursday stream, most likely. Friday stream, almost certainly. If it is at all possible for me, there will be a Friday stream. And once again, the game is a surprise. It's probably not that much of a surprise. At least, not if you care to look into it. But, you know, that's a riddle that you can solve on your own time if you really feel like it. But yeah, so, as for that, I guess since there's so little of this week left, we might as well think about next week. So, I don't know what the collab situation is going to be like on next Tuesday. Sheps has stated that she is on break until August, so I'm going to assume that we won't be having a collab day on Thursday. So, all of that, assuming all that is true, or assuming, yeah, may or may not have a stream on Tuesday. We will definitely, or we may or may not have a collab on Tuesday. There will be a stream Tuesday through Friday, assuming nothing else comes up between now and then. But yeah, so there will be a stream Tuesday through Friday. Tuesday may or may not be a collab. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to play this new game 2 or 3 days in a row, probably, just to get more used to it a bit. I don't want to wait too long on Tales of Arise. And yeah, when I say 2 or 3 days in a row, I mean 2 or 3 streams in a row, rather. But yeah. So, I don't want to get... I want the opportunity to learn the game pretty reasonably well, but also I don't want to get too rusty on Tales of Arise and all that. So I'm not just going to put Tales of Arise on hiatus or anything like that. But yes. So... in that case, we will either be playing this new game Friday through, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday. I think until Wednesday, I'll say. From Friday until Wednesday is when we'll be playing this new game. And then after that, we will go through the usual schedule of alternating between it and Tales of Arise. And, with slots being taken up by collabs as they occur. Yeah, so that is sort of the standard that I have set, and this is the standard I choose to adhere to. But yeah, so, as per usual, I expect any Tuesday collabs will be around 6-ish. Non-collab streams on Tuesday will be around 7:30 p.m. Central Time, as will any streams that happen on Wednesday or Friday. Most likely, with exceptions. And then Thursday streams are pretty much non-negotiably going to happen at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So yeah. So, I think that is everything that needs to be said before we get started here. So let's get started here. There we go. So yes. We find ourselves once again in the frigid realm of Cislodia. Yeah, last time around, we find ourselves once again in the frigid realm of Cislodia. But yeah, I was thinking that the game would simply load my most recently saved save when I chose continue there. I loaded up an earlier save so I could get some more screenshots for potential thumbnails. Yeah, for the VOD. So I did that, and so I guess since I loaded that earlier save, that is the save that the game defaulted to when I chose continue. I was very worried there for a second that I had somehow accidentally overridden this more recent save, but I'm glad that's not the case. But yeah, so last time we inducted Rinwell here into our ranks, or we, gained the ability to play as her. We also lost Zephyr, who has been captured by his son, who is working, well, I guess not exclusively his son, because his son was blown away by Rinwell's magical talents. But his son, who is working for the Renans in this region, this realm. And so, we are on our way to the capital through this frigid, monster-infested forest. We are on our way to the capital of Sisloden so that we can go rescue them. And, challenge the Lord there and kill them, probably.
So this is the forest teeming with Zeugles you warned us about. No sign of Zephyr, though.
I would hope that
Which
they're not
means
keeping
either
him
they
out
had
here.
the skills to make it through safely, or we're too late, and the strays got to them first.
No, that's a good plan. I was thinking in terms of
Do you
him
say every
being
thought
kept
out
here.
loud?
Just the true ones. Are we moving or what?
Well, looks like we're moving.
Don't worry, Hoodle. It's okay.
Hoodle doesn't like Shion's attitude, it seems.
I can barely see enough to take 2 steps forward without bumping into something.
Yeah. I'll have to be careful not to miss anything coming from off the path.
This is nothing. When things get real bad around here, you can get lost without even realizing it.
Yeah, fortunately for us, the video game player, the visibility isn't too bad. Probably, due in no small part to the fact that I forgot to switch off of, spread. I remember I got a different art for Rinwell last time. Oops. Yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, I learned that you could, or I remembered rather, that you could switch between characters mid-combo.
There's more where that came from.
That wasn't a super terribly effective use of that mechanic, I don't think, but
It's freezing. I can barely feel my toes.
yeah, it is pretty cold around
Let's
here,
find
I'm
a way
sure.
back up quickly then.
But yeah, so, where was I? Oh yeah. So, I'm glad that as the
Hoodle,
video
take
game
off
player...
that water.
Why did Hoodle need to get in the water? Hoodle can fly, yeah? I mean, I don't know why I phrased that as a question. We've seen it happen. But, in theory, Hoodle doesn't need to be in this water, yeah? Hoodle could just fly over it. Ah, ropers. Yeah, we'll fight him. Why not? We need more experience with Rinwell.
I won't forgive you!
But yeah, so if I, do this... Alright, I think... I wasn't locked on this one before, I think. So I think, yeah, it must, prioritize whoever you were targeting, or whoever the character was targeting, rather than, or maybe I just switched over,
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more problem.
anyway,
Part to your heart's content.
I got distracted there, by the prompt
I
to
know fine
do
weapon
the
material
cool
when I see
finishing
it.
move. And, I'm going the wrong way again. Yeah, a little bit sleepy, I've gotta say. But yeah, I'm in a very, I don't know, I'm sleepy, I guess, is the best way I can think to put it. Also, I just realized I keep forgetting to actually switch over my move.
Whatever you do, just stay away from the door. Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
Oh, Alphen, you did not follow our advice, or Rinwell's advice. Well, yeah. So I wonder, did it switch automatically? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it does switch over to whoever your active character was targeting, rather than prioritizing who you were targeting beforehand. So if I get used to that mechanic, we can probably do some pretty cool combos with it. Sort of juggling characters, or juggling enemies between characters.
Lost here while we're trying to find Zephyr. I get this is supposed to connect the capital to the villages. But why's it got to be so winding? And not only that, why are there so many Zoogles walking around?
I think they're used as lookouts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably to keep the villagers from doing too much wandering.
Let's just get through this and be on our way.
But yeah, I do personally really like I really like snow. I like seeing snow fall. Very relaxing for me.
So those are Dan and
Yeah.
Alpha.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
These are very, very neat moves.
Looks like it could be worth something.
And it's also very amusing to me that Shion is the one that insists Rinwell stay pointed at the enemy, when she did point a gun at Rinwell last time. I get that she was assuming that Rinwell might be acting under false pretenses due to her having magic, which she really shouldn't have, by all of Shion's knowledge, given what she said she was. But still a little bit amusing. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I really like seeing snow fall. And it's pretty heavy right now here in the game. But it's not so bad that you can't see through it, which is nice. Maybe that's why I'm so feeling so laid back right now. But a quiet and contemplative. The ideal situation for me to be inside. I'm very much not a heat appreciator. Oh, you look like you're in need. In need no longer. I went to look for food only to end up getting hurt. Please don't leave me here. I'll give you this in return. Alright. I very much appreciate those.
Thanks, Shion.
Just doing what I can.
Yeah, also, I can only assume that must be one tough fella to have gathered those earth seeds from presumably ropers. I noticed that the description for them when it popped up on screen said something, yeah. Grows if left to its own devices, so quick disposal is recommended. So it says it's found in certain types of Zoogle, which seems to imply that that is the way, for instance, ropers are grown. A delicious piece of cake. I've heard things described as pieces of cake before, but I've never seen anyone follow up with another adjective. Oh, hold on. What was that? Oh, well, probably it was the result of Rinwell using the move that we got for her that I forgot to give to her. So let's give her that move that I forgot to give to her so that she can have it and I can use it. Yeah, rather than spread, we will use Thunderblade.
Managed to pull through.
We sure did. I wonder if the Zoogles can swim. It seems like not. It's always kind of amusing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we should probably be careful. But yeah, it's always kind of funny in games when enemies are programmed to be just aggressive always, but they also can't swim. Yeah.
Trying to keep up with a wolf.
Keep up with the wolf? These are bears. Oh, okay. So Thunderblade can activate off of standard attack, which I don't think the wind move could. Oh, nice. Oh, that's very cool, actually. I suppose I should probably... Well, it hit everyone, so it's fine. But I suppose I want to be a little bit more careful, perhaps, of... Oh. Yeah, where I position enemies for the sake of... yeah, where I position allies when I'm wanting to use their abilities, if they have AoE. Let's try Air Thrust into Thunderblade. Yeah, so this one is another pretty, you know, just 2 moves in a row. Ah, no cool, Rinwell doesn't get to participate? That's a shame. Oh, hey. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to do these. I'm glad that they're cool looking, and so I do it anyway. Because I definitely forgot that I was supposed to do it to unlock more skills. Okay, increased boost gauge from enemy down. Increase the amount of boost gauge added when downing an enemy with a boost attack that matches their strength. Alright. Ooh, item color. Okay, so now we've gotten 15% of all items, I guess? Yeah, counter edge. Okay, so let's see, does Shield have a counter edge? I can't remember. But yeah, after a perfect evade or perfect guard, press R1 to trigger an immediate counter attack. Sharpness will give him paper cut. Yeah, I guess that sharpens your enemy or your ally, perhaps. Master magic charge would definitely be able to do.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Nice. Ooh, a dress. A one-piece dress lined with... Oh, Rinwell's cold. Interesting. It makes sense, given circumstances, but I didn't necessarily expect it to be an animation for it. Yeah, one-piece dress lined with honor. Jewels are set to change colors, they absorb the astral energy surrounding it.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Would you like to put on the dress, Alphen? No. Alphen does not want to put on the dress. Only Shion wears dresses. Shion would probably complain about him stretching it out if he put it on. Yeah, that's a pretty big boost in stats there. Yeah, no visual change though, I don't think. I suppose that would probably... The visual changes only happen when we get relatively relevant pieces of equipment. Or weapon, I suppose. Because the weapons do always seem to change. Or at least have a visual change. Yeah, no difference. The Shiba Inu ears and the wolf ears are very, or I guess, yeah, dog ears and the wolf ears are very similar looking. I suppose they're, you know, both canines, but I think they do generally have somewhat different structures, yeah? Yeah, now I kind of want to see how everyone reacts to the cold. Well, I've got to remember that I can run. It looks very much like Rinwell just dove into the ground. This is very shallow water for the big dive that you just did. Oh. I do kind of feel a little bit bad for having everyone swimming in this very cold water on this very cold day in this very cold place. Let's see. Whoops. That's not the menu that we opened to view the map. But I think probably this way. This might be the way that I came from. Oh, nope, there's enemies here, so it's definitely not the way that I came from. So, whoop. Alright, cool, new move, I like it. Yeah, I always sort of, I'm always sort of thinking of things in terms of, you know, making sure I use skills on these various characters to, you know, unlock the improved versions and whatnot. But I don't imagine there's any. I mean, we've just seen. Yeah. Okay, so I definitely missed the opportunity to do that cool move. I hesitated a little bit because I was thinking, oh, maybe if I press the right on the directional pad, it will allow me to do a move with Rinwell. But I don't know, I didn't press anything before it canceled, so I think I just waited too long. I hesitated too much. Oh, this is the roper that we ignored earlier, I think. And we're going to ignore him again. For such a small area, I sure am getting turned around a lot. I think I did immediately turn around upon encountering that wolf, basically. Yeah, a lot to be had out in this frigid forest. Yeah, I kind of want to see, given that Alphen explicitly does not feel discomfort from the cold, I want to see if he has a different animation for experiencing it. Oh, there we go. I forgot that doesn't, changing the party leader doesn't bring up a different map. Another interesting thing is, since, like, Shion has a orb full of fire that she can conjure at will, and Alphen has a sword made of fire that he has on him at all times, basically, it'd be interesting if either of those sort of figured into their cold weather animations. Really, they should probably be feeling a lot better now than Rinwell is, considering that Rinwell has no such flame. Yeah, no. Oh. Yeah.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
No, what was I saying? Yeah, no immediate, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I was saying there. Yeah, I gotta say, I really like the wind attack and how it, lifts enemies. I imagine that could probably make for some pretty nice combo potential. And another good thing that I could do is not get hit. Yeah.
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
There we go. Alright. Be a little bit more mindful of getting hit. We'll just say that I'm role-playing the character by not bothering to not get hit. Because of course Alphen has no idea whether or not he's getting hit. Alright. We're a little bit low on cure points, unfortunately. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Very good, very good. That's very cool looking, actually.
Looks like we won.
That is, in fact, very cool. Hold on. No, I don't have the NVIDIA Instant Replay thing on. Oh dear. I kind of wish that I had, so that I could have. I kind of want to make that the thumbnail or some frame of that. I did get a screenshot of it, but I was not quick enough on the draw to get a. Well, I mean, I got the end of it, which is pretty cool. Wrong menu again. Yes, so left here. I think we've already checked out that water, yeah. It almost looked like it was maybe a ledge that led to some sort of secret, or at least a shortcut down or something. Lettuce, nice. Hello there, individual. Ugh, why did it have to be a Zoogle like that? I can't go anywhere with that here.
What's wrong?
This man looks quite troubled, especially because he's really in a bad situation. This is a bad place to be, as I understand it. What are you doing in such a dangerous place? Me? What are you doing here? You didn't follow me all the way here, did you? I've never seen you before in my life. I have no idea who you are. If you're planning to report me, then think again. I'm not going to tell him. We're simply trying to get the Sislo down to rescue a friend of ours that got arrested.
Huh?
You're a bunch of crazy. Great. Get out of here before you get me arrested.
I guess.
You mentioned something about a Zoogle. Is there a strong one up ahead? Yeah, a wolf Zoogle. It's huge and tough as nails. What's worse, it's light on its feet too. You might be able to beat it if you can hit its weak point, but I don't have what it takes to even scratch it. Thought if I followed those bureau agents, I'd make it through the forest, but I guess that whole plan's a wash now.
Got it.
Not necessarily. We'll look into that Zoogle and see what we can do about it.
For real?
Ha! You people are even crazier than I thought. If you really think you have what it takes, then go on ahead. Be my guest. Don't mind if we do. The more impossible it is for Alpha to help someone, the more he wants to help someone. If you're stepping into that forest, make sure you're fully prepared. Between the blizzards and all the Zoogles, it's a ruthless place to be. So, let's see if we can... we can make a ground fang. We can make a grouper flood, which we probably don't want to do right now. Ignis Roar would be ideal, but we don't have any bizarre megacores, and I don't know how to get them. And yeah, we need bizarre megacores for balanced living, and astrolatic crystal fragments for taming water. Of course, we probably don't want taming water either, because it's, again, water elemented, and most things here are resistant to water. Which is why I will hold off on group. Well, actually, yeah, it's enhanced arts, fire and water. So it doesn't necessarily impart water on us, thus making our attack potentially less effective. None of this taming water, actually. Okay, so yeah, so none of these have a damage type associated, or none of them do a specific damage type, I don't think. I was sort of under the assumption that they did. I think, yeah, I was talking about that last time. I went into a little bit of a rant, perhaps you could say, about how I don't like in-game when there are, weapons or other sorts of equipable items that are associated with one of a particular damage type, but some of them are, they improve a certain type of damage, but they also deal, or they also have different amounts of stats that they provide, thus making it so, you don't choose which one is best for the elements that you have. You choose just whichever one has the best stats, and then you base your element choice around that. Or at least that's that's how I would do things generally. I tend to prioritize stats more so than damage bonuses, especially if I don't know what those damage bonuses are. Because it says, enhanced arts. Earth, I'm assuming that icon is. But it doesn't say how much it enhances it by. Like, I don't know if I guess it doesn't necessarily make our other arts worse, for instance. So, it could be. Let's see, nothing else needs Earth Seeds that I know of. So, you know what? We'll make a ground fang. And since this doesn't, make our attacks be water type, we might as well have the grouper flood anyway. And yeah, nothing else we can make right now. Oops, nope, wrong menu. Do we want to create accessories? Is there anything else that we can... Pardon. Anything else that we can do? Water damage resistance actually is pretty good. Okay, how many of these do we have? It doesn't say anywhere, I don't think. I guess we can look in our menu, or our inventory. Slody is a harsh land, whether it's forest teeming with monsters or city streets full of spies. True, there's no rest for the weary.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
It is pretty balanced looking, at least. It's more so than the bone sword that you were wielding before. Yeah, so we've got 2 garnets. Only one of them is equipped right now. I play Rinwell a little bit more, so I think probably we'll put the garnet on her, perhaps. Or maybe we could make a garnet with a... Actually, yeah, we'll put this garnet on her, and since Alphen... I think I specifically made the fire damage plus garnet to put on Alphen to improve his fire damage attacks. I don't know why I didn't equip it on him. But given that I don't want to be using water damage attacks, or yeah, since I don't have any fire damage on any sources of fire damage on Rinwell, she can just have the standard one. And Shion is sensible and keeps her distance from combat, so I forgot to heal, which could be bad, but it could also be okay. It may not be the worst thing in the world.
We've got company, and not the nice kind either.
Not the best thing in the world either.
Rinwell, get back!
And miss all the action? Who do you take me for?
Alright. Ice Wolf Leader.
Out of our way!
It's a big target, at least.
It is a big
Don't
target.
underestimate its speed.
Let's see. Can we target its weak point specifically? We can target something about it specifically. Though, I can't move the camera around to be able to tell precisely what is what. It might be for the best that we take out the ads once again. Nice, nice. Yep, we're working on... Oh dear. Yeah, Alphen, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. Very good.
There are still more left.
Alright, so that's sort of center of the body. Okay, so yeah, so this is definitely weak point. Oh, some large enemies have orange glowing weak spirit cores that can be destroyed after taking a set amount of damage. Doing so will break the core and down them. Depending on the enemy, these weak points can also be directly targeted. Okay.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Perhaps not, but, you know, damage, less damage. Alright, should probably be a little bit more careful about, not getting hit, ideally. Yeah, I think, doesn't Alphen have something that does increase weak point damage, or I misremember? Uh-oh. I sort of had the instinct there of maybe I should do a cool move, or I should do Rinwell's magic stealing ability to cancel that. But I think probably once the animation starts, it's probably too late. Whoops! I think I missed completely with Photon Flash. Whoops. Alright. So, once again, I should be avoiding getting hit. Ideally. Unfortunate. So, let's... Oh wait, hold on. Or can I not? There we go. Yes, I can switch. Do I have... Oh, I don't have cure points, right, because I... because I didn't rest. So... Orange... We've got like a lot of orange gels, my goodness.
How bad is it, guys?
It's pretty bad.
Oh, guess it's worse than I realized.
Alright, so... this is bad. So, that's what happens when you don't rest, I suppose. Fortunately, we can revive... Oh, wow. Oh, right, there's a recast time.
Over?
Alright. Alright, Rinwell's up. And I am out of power. So, let's get Alphen up again.
Lightning condemned. Here I go.
I wonder if I can... Whoops. Well, I can get hit, is what I can do, but I was also going to say, I wonder if I can extend Shion's combos such as they are. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Now, I probably should have aimed my Celestras a little bit better there, but... Very good. But yes. Can I keep just using that? Or keep breaking that core, I wonder. That's nice. Very good. I was thinking about Rinwell there again, but I suppose it's probably for the best that I use the Fire type move. Uh-oh. Alright, so it's about time that I use some more gel, I think. Interesting that the orange gel has an animation to it, but the other gel does not, seemingly. Let's clear some ads again. Oh dear. Well, that's not good. Oh dear. Alright. I don't like this. Rinwell? Oh! Didn't mean to do that. Well, life bottles it is. Dion, please. I sure hope so too, because I do not want you to die again immediately on me, if that is at all possible. Thank you, Shion. Yeah, so this was probably a bad time to do that. Alright. You should maybe back down a little bit, Alphen, so that you don't die immediately. Let's, in fact, switch to Alphen and back up manually. Because I guess Shion probably isn't in such a situation as to be able to heal us readily. We've got a fairly large amount of cure point restoratives, but not a lot of... not so many direct healing items. Uh-oh. Alright, alright. We can handle this. Oh, well. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have tried to handle that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure you can actually, Rinwell. Not to, you know, be rude or anything, but you were frozen there. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have a weak point anymore, or at least not one that glows. Man, I cannot. Oh, I cannot keep living if this happens. Shion, I'd really. Oh. Okay, so it does have a weak point now. I don't like anything that's happening here. I especially don't like that I keep using so many healing items. And what I would like... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, what I would like is if Shion would heal Alphen. Thank you, my friend. Oh. Alright, don't do that. Alright, we can handle this. We can handle this. Alright, so that's our counter eggs then. Okay, so it seems like... Yeah, the first hit of... the first hit of Rinwell's attack does deal ice damage, or water damage rather. Because I'm seeing the resist text come up when she uses it. Alright. This is bad. It's like it's very reminiscent of Monster Hunter in my mind. Oh dear. If some of this fire could warm me up, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, cool. I was a little bit worried there. Alright. I don't know that I want to keep spending the resources to get Alphen up again. Sorry to say that to you, friend, but alright. That was could have been better, but we're not doing too bad. I'm kind of learning how to fight this enemy. But yeah, I'm sort of I guess I'm sort of approaching combat a lot like how I approached it in Ni no Kuni, which is probably erroneous of me. This is very much a much more... Oh! Very cool. But yeah, it's a shame we didn't get to actually see that hit the enemy, but I like seeing the start of that animation.
You okay, Rinwell?
Yeah, that was a rough one. So, good. Well, let's keep going, I suppose. That was something. But we pulled it through, and we got to see a new cool move because of it. I wonder how the game prioritizes which characters to use the cool move with. Because yeah, when I used Alphen's cool move, or when I pressed up for Alphen for the cool move, it was a cool move with Alphen and Shion. When I pressed right for Rinwell, it was a cool move with Alphen, or it was a cool move with Shion and, or with Rinwell and Alphen. And then when I pressed right again while Alphen was dead, which is probably the explanation, it was Alphen and Shion. But I wonder if there's any way to...
It smells like blood.
That's no good.
This is...
Oh dear.
All these Zeugles, they're dead. What happened here?
They didn't do this to each other. So then how...
Oh. That's nothing good, I don't think.
Who is that guy?
No
That's a
way.
good question.
One person did all of this?
Uh-oh. Well, whoever they are, they don't seem that concerned about us, which is good for the moment, I suppose.
Who was that guy?
Do you think he could have been the Lord we're looking for? Ganabelt?
I doubt a lord would deign to roam around a place like this alone. Besides, what business would a Renan have with killing Zeugles?
Now that I look at it, it was a good call staying out of his way, I think. Look at this. He took them out with a single slice. This guy's no amateur.
The boss fight we just had, we definitely... I don't think we would have done super well against this
yeah.
one.
We should get going. Zephyr needs us. That knight back there sure wasn't messing around. If he's not a lord, what is he?
I have no idea. I've never seen anybody like him.
Well, he definitely doesn't seem to be a friend, that's for sure.
Hopefully we
Well-
don't run into him again.
He didn't attack us, and he did attack the creatures that we attack, so maybe. That feels like a bit of an outside possibility, but it's not impossible that, at least for the time being, his goals intersect with ours to some degree. Alright, so we've seen a cool new guy. A cool new mysterious long sword wielding or katana wielding individual. Too much Dark Souls or Monster Hunter in my brain, perhaps. And a glistening radiant is loaded.
There it is. Sisloden.
What's with those beams of light? They don't strike me as your everyday streetlights.
They certainly aren't illuminating the
They're
streets.
kind of the key to this whole realm. You'll see what I mean when we get there.
So they're like stealing the
What's
light
on your
then,
mind?
presumably.
First Rinwell appears out of nowhere, right after we beat Balsef. Then, we bump into Zephyr's son, who's with the enemy. Somehow, we get away scot-free because the Snake Eyes don't even bother chasing after us. Is it really a coincidence?
You think it was a trap?
What? But I would never...
If not for the whole
For what it's
Astral
worth,
Arts
we don't
episode, I'd be
necessarily know
worried.
that.
But no, she's not behind this. Perhaps an unwitting pawn in someone else's plan.
What? All this to capture Zephyr?
I mean, he's a resistance leader.
Maybe. All I know is it all slots together a little too nicely for my liking. Not that dwelling on it'll get us anywhere. Trap or otherwise, we've got a lord to defeat.
I suppose getting trapped
So
would
how do
probably
we
be a
get
pretty
inside?
good way to
What?
for us to get closer
Well, we
to
can't
them.
just march into the Viper's nest through the front door, surely.
That is probably
There's
what we
a
did for
secret
Balsef,
passage
wasn't
near
it?
a spring on the outskirts of the city. We can get in through there.
Sounds good.
I hate camping out.
I mean, we don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, we really don't have to if you don't want to, because we are at full health and everything. I kind of do want to see if there's any more topics of conversation, though. While I was looking
Huh?
for... Oh.
Why are you looking at me like that?
There is more conversation.
Are those mage clothes that you're wearing?
They are pretty
So
magey.
what if they are?
The large hood is cute. And it's big enough to hold Hootle, too.
Huh?
And the way the fabric is cut into strips is really unique. I had no idea this sort of fashion existed on Dana.
Style.
Quit staring!
Did I say something to offend you?
No, I think she's just not used to the attention.
So yeah, I like... You know, I started talking about it as a joke, but I do like the recurring bit that Shion just has a very strong specific interest in fashion specifically. It's a neat little character touch. Yeah, look, I'm
As
at a
if this
different
place
realm.
wasn't cold enough, it's also pitch black. I'm amazed anyone can live in this realm.
Seriously. Having all this snow everywhere makes it harder to walk or get anything done.
Again, it's
And not having any light to see by makes the uneven terrain even more difficult.
being on fire all the
Calaglia's
time.
no walk in the park
The
either.
world not being on
It's
fire all the
dusty
time.
And there's
Yeah,
rocks everywhere. And it's on fire all over the place.
Yeah,
both
you're
of these
right.
places are pretty bad.
Now that you mention it, all those fires are a pretty weird phenomenon. They were always so annoying to navigate around.
Out
Things go to
here,
extremes
fire's
around
as
here.
important as water to our survival. So are the trees we use for firewood.
Is it that rare to see the sun here?
Not just rare. Until I went to Calaglia, I'd never seen sunlight before. I'd only heard about it. I couldn't believe just how hot and bright it seemed to be. But I guess in most realms, it's just a fact of life. You're
Big
used
difference,
to
for
it.
sure.
It's pretty interesting, isn't it? The way the sorts of things people take for granted change from one place to another.
Yeah, I suppose we might as well, rest. Have us, And Shion? Yeah, Shion can cook again. I do kind of like the steamed potato, but I think... Well, we can't have Shion use her cool ability, to improve them. I wonder if she can still cook them, though. Actually, yeah, she can still cook, or no. You can't cook them. Because we don't have enough potatoes. Yeah.
All done. Come and eat.
Another neat touch, I suppose, of Shion's, the way Shion's skill works. And we'll talk to Rinwell, before we go to sleep, but I will get through what I was saying first. But yeah, another interesting thing about how, the other characters, or at least the only other character we've had cook, because he's the only other character who has had any specialties for cooking so far that we've seen, Alphen. Like, his cooking doesn't require the consumption of additional ingredient, whereas Shion's does. Which I assume is probably a reference to the fact that Shion likes to eat a lot. She is very hungry and she eats very much. But yeah, that's another neat little touch. I like all the various bits of characterization in this game. It's very, very well thought out in that way, I think. I appreciate it very, very much.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Let's see what Rinwell has to say. Oh. The lighting was a little bit odd there.
Good night.
Alright, looks like whatever they had to say,
Another day,
we weren't
another
privy to it.
I think he's saying something's over there.
There's an owl over there. There's an owl forest over there, maybe. Poodle is our #1 priority. Poodle! This is surprisingly long. Oh!
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Interesting change of scenery, I must say. Huh.
What's going on? Why did the weather change all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Snow's
thinking.
gone, and it doesn't even feel cold anymore. Just what's going on?
Alright, owls
What
are
is
magical.
This place?
I see something big farther in. Is that a Zoogle? No. An owl?
Hoodle doesn't seem too wary, so it's probably not hostile.
Fair enough.
Let's go see what's up then. Stay sharp.
Actually, hold on. Well, okay. I was going to look around a little bit more, but it seems that we cannot keep these two waiting. The king and queen of owls. Oh! Oh? Midnight Battle Guard. Common clothing dyed pitch black, top to bottom, blending in perfectly with darkness for late night excursion. Alright, so the
I don't
owls.
get it. Why has it suddenly
The owls
started
are the
giving
masters
us
of fashion in
things?
this world.
Hey, is that owl beckoning us over?
I think it is. It's the owl we rescued before.
Then maybe
Yeah.
that's what the gifts are all about.
Okay.
It's thanking us for
So
saving
this
its
is sort of
friend.
like the grubs, I suppose.
This one isn't just bigger than Hoodle, though. Something about it seems almost regal.
Your crown
Don't you
seems
think?
pretty regal, I must say.
What if it was the king of the owls?
Would that make the other one the queen?
That's what I'm saying.
You think so?
Yes, they're clearly a pair.
Yeah, this is quite the thing, huh? But yeah, so
Is this
In
some
case-
kind of owl sanctuary?
in case the game goes
Such a
and
big
says it,
place, though. I wonder if those 2
I'm
were
ass-
living
I'm
here
assuming
all alone until we rescued that owl.
that each of the different colors of owls and different,
I
like,
thought no other owls
trees.
existed, but here they are, and a king and queen by the looks of them.
yeah, the
You
trees
never know what other
represent
ones
the
might be out
different
there
realm.
until we look for them. It's not like you were searching the whole world over yourself, right, Rinwell?
That's... well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the game
I guess
definitely
you got a point.
seems
Hey,
to be written
Hoodle.
assuming that you have not found any
How about
owls
we
up to
find
this
more
point,
of your friends and tell them about this place?
which is
It can be
interesting
a little side mission on our trip.
because we've had a
If
lot of
that's
opportunities to encounter owls.
It's fine with me. We'll find as many as we can.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
But yeah, we've had a lot of opportunities to encounter owls, but the game never really touches on them too much
It's
until
nothing. Don't mind me.
we
Ready to move on?
add Rinwell to our party and can thus enlist the services of Hoodle. Emblem of Pain, Birdie Bestie, nice. The power of owls has given Rinwell more magic. Excellent. The greatest friend to Don and owls the world over. Any friend of Hoodle's is a friend of Rinwell. Incredible. This is very good, actually. It increases elemental attack strength based on the number of owls gathered. This is very good. The Owl Forest. Owls you find will gather in the Owl Forest. There's an Owl King and an Owl Queen in the forest. You can talk to the king to get rewards based on the number of owls you've located. But yeah, I guess, you can't necessarily assume that players will, interact with every mechanic right off the bat. But yeah, so it looks like, I was going to say it looks like there's one owl per platform, but that's clearly false. But yeah. So these these definitely represent the different realm. I'm 100% certain of it. So this is owl treasure. And quite a lot of owl treasure, too. They got some nice treasure. Oh. I guess we should probably, converse with these owls. Nice. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Hoo, hoo. Excellent. Beautiful. Ooh, apple gel. Life bottle, orange gel, panacea bottle, noble blossom, old-fashioned dress arm made on Lenegus. Vivacious, flowery coloration is hugely popular among young Renan women. Noble crimson, old-fashioned dress arm made on Lenegus. A passionate crimson that tinges it brings out its edge, wears womanly charms in full force. It's interesting that dress armor is part of the fashion in Lenegus. But I suppose that makes sense. Shion wouldn't be caught dead without the latest fashion. She wouldn't be caught dead without the latest fashion, so she probably wouldn't be wearing armor unless it was in style. Ooh. Alright, nothing new from you then. But, let's see, we got Midnight Battle Garb, which is not too different from our current garb. It's still got a lot of white on it, which perhaps is not the most subtle color. Breaks up the silhouette. We'll put this on, why not? And then, okay, so yeah, so these are basically just recolors. That's good to know. I kind of prefer Noble Scarlet, to be honest. I don't know. Noble Crimson, it feels a little bit extra, as they say. I think maybe it looks better, like the leg wear portion of it looks better than the arm, I think. If there was like some darker material on the arms, maybe it feels like it's a little bit too bold against Shion's skin, perhaps. Not a bad look, but I think it could be... I don't know, I think it could be a little bit better. Noble Blossom's pretty okay. Not too different from Noble Star. I do think red's a good color on Neon. But I think this is I think Crimson is a little bit too red. Or the red on skin contrast is a little bit too jarring. Without some sort of other accent. Now I'm the fashion guy, I guess. Yeah. Nothing for Grinwell, despite her being the ally of the owls, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't interact with the owls that we've already acquired. Seems like. Maybe we shouldn't be walking in their only water supply. And so, yeah, I'm wondering if Hootle is reacting specifically to the presence of an owl that we haven't, you know, acquired for our owl collection, or just to the king and queen owl. Yeah, nothing more out of the king, it seems like. And I'm not seeing any signs of other owls. This tree probably would be a very good owl perch. It's called an owl tree. But yeah, so this definitely means that there's more owls to be found in Calaglia. Which makes sense. I'm pretty sure there was... I feel like there's at least one that we almost encountered, but that I think I skipped them over because I wanting to keep the storyline rolling, wanting to maintain momentum, which I've completely abandoned at this point because I have been so taken in by the owls. But, you know, that's how it is sometimes. Anyway. Back to reality, I suppose.
You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
Okay, so it seems that Hootle reacted briefly when we were, like, around here. But Hootle's not reacting to that specific owl anymore. Or doesn't react to that specific owl when we approach them. So it could be... Yeah, it could be that some...
So the guys we saw back in Messia were Snake Eyes. And your group fighting them is...
The Silver Swords. Heck, we even have members working within the Snake Eyes gathering intel for us.
Sounds like it involves a lot of double crossing.
It does. But it keeps us alive and one step ahead. Calaglia wouldn't have been liberated without those double agents.
Oh? This is the first I'm hearing about this. But yeah. So Hootle does seem to react to these non-collectible owl NPCs, but not all the time, maybe? Maybe just because the game didn't quite register immediately that we had already interacted with that owl before. But yeah, so like I was saying, I guess, you know, the game sort of assumed on us first getting there that we had not encountered owls before. Or at least the storyline was set up to assume that we hadn't encountered owls before, though we had. So it was a little bit jarring to immediately transition. I think, yeah, it played like, you know, a cutscene with the Owl King giving us a reward before you know, launching into the talking about gathering owls and, you know, the Owl King and Queen and all that, just in general.
No choice.
There was a choice. This is a fight that I very much chose to engage in. I will be honest with you, my friend.
Where are you going?
Now I'm realizing now that there's a little, like, gauge or something that fills up on enemies.
We managed to pull through.
I noticed it on that wolf. I wonder if that was just, like, if that is a gauge that fills up until they're broken, or if that's a gauge that shows how long they were broken.
Might go well in that new recipe.
Might.
Hi, Hootle.
But yeah. Oh, right. The soup. I remember now. I did look up what the soup was called. I have since forgotten.
With airborne targets.
Nice, nice.
I've got this.
But yeah. So this enemy. I was thinking. Yeah. There's a blue gauge that's building up, and we're attacking this enemy. Yeah, it seems to only build up when they're broken. So I think... Is that... I guess that might be the... That might actually be the gauge that indicates whether we can use the big cool move, as I've been calling them, basically. But yeah, so we didn't see Alphen with an animation that would indicate that he's responding to the cold in any way, which again makes sense, given that he doesn't respond to the cold in any way, really. At least not in terms of feeling any particular discomfort from it. So yeah, I can't like jump cancel with Ringwell, it seems like. Okay, so we can... Interesting, we can counter from one enemy and then attack a different enemy. Alright, and so yeah, so that is definitely the enemy's instantly kill. Yeah, instant kill move gauge. So I wonder, actually, I think the times that I have, used the strike. Oh, wandered into a cutscene.
Rinwell. Hey, Rinwell!
What are you doing here? If the snake eyes spot you here, they'll...
So you did make it back alive.
You did.
Man, am I glad
Well,
to see
she
you
did.
safe.
We're also here, though.
Barely. When we all got separated, I thought...
They're fine. They all got back in one piece.
That
well,
almost seems a
Google
little
took
bit
a bite
suspicious.
out of 2 of our guys, but what matters is you're safe. So, you gonna introduce me?
Meet Alphen and Shion. I brought them with me from Calaglia.
You mean you made it to Calaglia?
Of course.
Wait, this is it? Just the 2 of them? Where's the rest?
They're all you need.
Well, it's kind of a long story.
Also, Zephyr's
It's
supposed
best
to be
if I
here,
fill everyone in
but,
at once.
Your call, Rinwell. But everyone will be dying to know. We better get back as soon as we can. Use this passage whenever you need to go in or out of the city. Stay away from the front gate, whatever you do.
We've been told as such, yes. But yeah, so as I was saying, sort of, when I was, anytime that I've controlled Alphen and done a strike, one of those special cool moves, anytime I control Alphen and do that, it seems to, involve Alphen. Whereas, when I controlled Rinwell, it involved Rinwell, which I feel like the conclusion I'm drawing feels pretty obvious in hindsight.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Yeah.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Yeah, can't quite build up the gauge very quickly with Rinwell. Yeah, I guess she just kind of doesn't have
I'm ready for the next battle.
the sustained damage necessary. Lots of birds around here. And lots of treasure too. We've experimented with drawing enemies away from each other. And I was going to see if we could maybe draw enemies towards each other and fight more of them at once. That would have been a bad idea. It would not have been advisable, and I shouldn't do it. But I was kind of curious.
Go no further. Get on in there with the others. Blah blah blah.
But yeah, so I definitely... I was questioning for a little bit if I was hearing it properly, but... Oh, Oh, nice. But yeah, Rinwell is definitely saying blah 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 when she uses some of her combo moves. So I wonder, I think I did it before actually, but I wonder if what I could do is switch over to, you know, our good friend Alphen and use, switch over to Alphen, you know, build up an enemy's instant death meter. I think that might have been the boost gauge or whatever it was. But yeah, build up an enemy's instant kill meter. So yeah, there we go. Oh, well, that wasn't quick enough, unfortunately. But yeah, build up an enemy's boost gauge, and then switch over to another enemy. But I guess, you know, it seems like probably the way that you're intended to build up the boost gauge. Well, and I almost did it there. But I was going to say, it seems like maybe the way that you're supposed to build up the boost gauge is just to hit an enemy repeated, or to hit them with a boost attack specifically.
Onward and upward.
So yes, so the game, you know, has these very cool attacks, and it has really, really cool attacks. And the way that it is trying to get you to use the really, really cool attack is to use your other cool attack first, basically. Which I'm guessing is, it's intentional that they are so cool, so as to encourage you subtly to use them. And this is something that I am being especially mindful of, because it's a lesson that I feel like I was supposed to learn during, there's no feel. I was supposed to learn it when I was playing, it was something that I was supposed to learn while playing, what's the game? Chroma Squad. It was something that I was supposed to learn while playing Chroma Squad. Alright, so yeah, so this is definitely, yeah. It does definitely seem to be based on who you're controlling.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you.
So yeah, so we've seen Xion and Rinwell. We've seen Alphen and Rinwell. And we've seen Alphen and Xion. I don't know if it matters who you have sort of in control when you initiate the move. It feels like it shouldn't matter. I was thinking there'd be a big nasty Zoogle here, but maybe there's not. Maybe indeed there's an owl. Poodle certainly seemed interested in something, briefly. Grit Emblem. An emblem that raises endurance, can often be seen equipped by soldiers guarding major positions and those fighting defensive battles.
Hey, that looks pretty good.
I'm glad it is to your taste, Xion. We trust your fashion sense very much. Oh, there we go. There's the owl.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A
Yeah,
little
that's
water's
fine.
not going to hurt it.
Oh. Hello? Would you like to interact with us in some way? There we go. Wolf Tail. Pairing it with a set of wolf ears to make the wearers feel like a literal lone wolf.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
Nice. But yeah, so I guess at this point we, I don't know why I thought of it suddenly, but I thought again about Xion's onyx dress that we just got, and I was wondering if it had a different visual to it. And having looked at Xion's, visuals recently, I think it's probably safe to assume that it does not, considering that it was not on the list. Alright, so that time we were controlling Xion, we were controlling Rinwell, and it was a non Rinwell strike. So maybe it doesn't matter? Yeah, interesting. Oh, I was very close to being hit by that wolf thing.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
I need to be stronger.
Yeah, Rinwell's just a little bit behind everyone else in terms of levels, but that's fine. He probably won't be once we defeat these birds.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Take that.
Let's see, are these... I was gonna say, are these fellows... Yeah, they're definitely not immune to the move. But yeah, so every time that I've been pressing left recently...
We won that by a mile.
We sure did. Yeah, every time I've been pressing left recently to... I didn't check if Rinwell leveled up. She didn't. So let's defeat these birds as well. Yeah, every time I'm pressing left, it does seem to involve Xion. So it might be that you are choosing a character, but you're not choosing the character by what character you have control. You're choosing the character by what direction you press the button. The boost gauge definitely seems to more powerful moves seem to build up faster. And so yeah, so that time I pressed right and we got a Rinwell one. So yes, we're seem to be confirming the... Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm 100% sure that the game explained this mechanic to us at some point and I've just forgotten.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Does this face look interesting to me for some reason? Yeah, I'm 100% sure that the game has explained this mechanic to me at some point and I've just forgotten. So maybe I should look that up again, off stream. And so yeah, I don't know if I actually got around to finishing my thought, but I was saying earlier that I did look up the name of that soup off stream, and I got a pronunciation of it, but I've forgotten it. I did not recall it long enough to actually bring it. You know what? Let's look it up again, like right now, since I'm thinking about it. And if our friends here want to have anything they want to say, seems like not. Alright, now I can't find it again. What's it called? It was low. Yeah, low. Alright. Well, okay, hold on. Pronunciation. Pardon me for a moment. That. How to pronounce.com. Do not fail me.
Lohikeitto.
Lohikeitto. Parent. Lohikeitto.
Lohikeitto.
Keitto. Yeah, I don't think the redoubled T means there's literally two T sounds. I think it's Lohikeitto. 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 Oh, just accidentally unplugged my
How do the
controller.
Rams not know about this secret route of yours?
Sisloden's an old city. It's littered with pathways that people have long forgotten.
Fair
But
enough.
keep your voice down. We don't know how long this route will stay hidden.
Good point. Yeah, it is. It's very nice to be away from the fire and just barely worked stone that characterized Calaglia. Nice seeing all these new aesthetics and this new look now. It's a secret route that leads directly from the Navira snow plains to inside Sisloden. It's an underground passage that even the Snake Eyes forgot about. Loud echo in ears. Try not to make too much noise. Fair enough. There's a lot of milk just sort of laying around. I would think that would probably be bad for the milk, but this is a pretty cold place. So maybe it's just like natural refrigeration. Yeah, so now we're here. Presumably inside Sisloden. Yes, we are. Very different. It looks like the type of place that looks better than Calaglia, but isn't really much better than Calaglia.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Hopefully the silver, or not silver, I was going to say the silver swords. Those are the people that we're working with and that we're trying to interact with. Yeah, hopefully the snake eyes don't get too suspicious about any owls about. Welcome to Sisla, then. You should hurry on in before anyone notices you. Also, watch what you say around people, you'll quickly regret it. Fair enough.
So this is Cisloden,
It is.
capital city of Cislodia.
Be careful. You never know where Snake Eyes or their informants are lurking. We're basically walking into a Zoogel's den here.
Very different. Very different display. Are you the guy that we were talking to before, or are you just a generic NPC? Don't worry, you're not being watched. Get going. Remember, keep your eyes straight, don't talk to anybody, and don't stop for anything along the way. Anything at all. Got it? I'm very bad at not stopping for anything, I must say. I stopped for you. I'm probably going to stop for a lot more sightseeing, to be honest. So we'll take it slow. You know, if we seem like we're in too much of a hurry. If we're too purposeful with our movements, they can get suspicious. That's back where we came. This is something. Not anything that we can access, apparently. But yeah, we're unhurried, seemingly not too purposeful in our movement. Maybe they won't be too suspicious. Got a guard over there. I'd love to go talk to that guy. I really would. But I do kind of want to keep the momentum up a little bit, because I do want to get to the base before we finish up for today. But you know what? Excuse me, sir. I'd like to report someone for talking badly about his lordship. Tell me more. Depending on what you heard, there may be a reward in it for you. Yeah, let's just move. I don't actually expect the game to respond to how potentially suspicious we act here. Just trying to get in character a little bit, you know. I wonder where my brother goes when he leaves. He says he found a good job somewhere, but he won't tell me where. Well, there's probably two possible answers, and one of them is probably unpleasant for you, the other one is dangerous for you to know, so. Won't you please consider making it just a little cheaper? I can't quite afford it at that price. You know the rules, ma'am. I can't change my wares or lower my prices no matter how much you try to haggle me. Not even I can afford to eat it, either. The authorities always make off with my earnings. I'm struggling just like you are. More owls to be found? Taxes are so high I can't afford to do business. I've got to sell enough to make ends meet. Hey, don't! Business permits would be the least of your worries if you wound up dead. You never know where the Snake Eyes henchman might be lurking. But yeah, so I guess, rather than the unending physical torment of Calaglia, this is sort of a realm of unending psychological torment. Hey you know anything about any insurgents? Because I heard you're quite informed about what goes on around here. I don't know anything at all. Honest. If I did, I'd report it right away like any good citizen. I hope for your sake you mean that, because if one of us catches you doing anything funny, I'll be charged on criminal conspiracy. Sunglasses. Tinted glass that protect the wearer's eyes from the sun's rays. It can also be used to suspiciously conceal their line of sight. So yes, this is a secret undercover
Looks like
owl.
we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
Better get back to work now. Wouldn't want to get in trouble for taking too long. That's fair. You can't be too careful. You never know who might try to report you. I feel like I'm slipping into a vague facsimile of an Irish accent a little bit when I'm doing some of these voices. You got no business here. Stay away. Fair enough. But yeah, definitely the infrastructure here, if nothing else, seems to be more hospitable to human life. Cat. Thanks. Oh, am I stuck? The cat was trying to arrest me. Oh no. Look at those sweet sisters carrying on the family business even after their father's been hauled off. Who wants some bread? Nice hot bread, fresh out of the oven. I know it looks a little unique, but I promise it's really tasty. Well, unfortunately, we cannot invest in your in this local business, badly. I'm not snacking off, I swear. I'll get back to work, okay? Yeah, I almost had enough, or, well, I probably had enough time that I could have comfortably read that text. Yeah, I know one thing that we found last time was that the, yeah, we can open up the glossary and look at these little entries, which I might do. I might, like, end each stream by, reading off a few of these, just like I used to read the various stories from Ni no Kuni. The, oh, what were they called? You know, the stories. Yeah, snow-buried capital city of Cislodia. Untouched by the sun's rays, the city's only light source is the floodlights powered by slaves' back-breaking labor. Alright, and there's where the never-ending physical torment comes in. I guess Calaglia was pretty psychologically tormenting too, I guess, so it's, again, pretty bad everywhere. But these people get roofs, where we didn't have those before. This seems like a place to be.
Rinwell!
Dragon!
Shh! It's good to see you. Who's this?
They're with me.
If you say so. Come on, Menek's waiting. We can talk in there.
Oh, for a second there, I thought the camera was going to, like, zoom out to show, like, someone watching us. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too paranoid. I keep being informed.
Name's Menek, leader
Look
of
at
the
this
Silver
guy.
Swords. And I wish I could extend my warmest welcome to you all, but
But it's too cold.
if my eyes don't deceive me, you appear to have a Renin in your midst.
That's a pretty astute observation.
If she is your prisoner, that's a rather loose leash you have her on.
She's not a prisoner.
He's our
So
friend.
why do I get the feeling there's a rat about the house? No offense intended.
That
See,
does seem a little
I'm
bit
not comfortable
offensive.
with the likely outcome I'll be stabbed in the back, but stabbed in the front?
We risked our lives just to get here, sir. If you want to send her away, fine. But you'll lose me too.
I see. Trust is in about as short supply as light around these parts, and mine more than anyone's. But I'll choose to believe you.
I'm not sure how much I trust this
Forgive
guy.
my manners. You must be tired after such an arduous journey. But to business. We need your strength. The Snake Eyes' grip on the city tightens by the day.
Mhm.
Our people are suffocating out there. Hence the
For sure.
scouts I sent to find help. We're at the end of our tether here.
That's why we're here. To help. We've got the firepower to do it too.
Indeed.
But first, we've got some urgent business to take care of.
I see. So your leader is in need of rescuing.
It's none of your concern. We get that.
I'm sure
but
they'd love to break some
It's
people
coming
out
to
of
our aid
prison.
that got you into this mess in the first place. You can count on us. Just as long as you help us with our problem afterwards.
Of course, of course.
If he's been arrested by the Snake Eyes, as you say, then there's a good chance he's being interrogated over at their headquarters. Either that, or he's being put to work over at the Floodlights. First priority is finding out where he is.
I don't know what powering
If
the
you're planning on
floodlights
tagging
entails
along,
necessarily.
Rinwell will show you the way. Just
But,
make sure to keep a low profile.
Zephyr is pretty strong.
Remember, it's not just the Snake Eyes.
Probably wouldn't submit
Hostiles
to it,
lurk
though.
among the villagers, too. This leader of yours, he must be quite the inspiration for you to go to such lengths for him.
He is.
I look
He's
forward to
really
meeting him
like the
someday.
nicest guy on this planet we've seen so far. He is the least prejudiced against Shion at the very least. Yes, Rinwell, Silver Sword. Oh, Rinwell is just getting more and more at Birdscape. That's nice. Oh, and I never noticed before, but it's got a little, it's Rinwell with their hood up, with all the little butterflies. Cute. Let's see. Okay, So yeah, so that is something that we've not had the opportunity to do yet. A member of the Silver Sword, Custodius Local Resistance. Rinwell crossed the Calaglian border on an important mission despite her young age. So yeah, we could we could spend some more SP on some other skills for other folk. I should probably save up for Arts Gauge, maybe. Oh, right, this is what we had that increased weak point damage on Alphen. Probably, almost certainly should have been controlling Alphen more, give that. During that boss fight. Boost strike damage. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, Alphen doesn't get a lot of increases to his Arts Gauge. I guess Shion doesn't either. I guess none of them consume it quite as eagerly as Rinwell. She is a mage after all, so it makes sense that she'd have sort of more resource management than your average character. I kind of expected Shion to be that, but I guess she's got the ammo mechanic.
Alright, let's head into town and see what the fuss is.
Let's see what the fuss is around here, though.
Looks like...
Oh, well.
Have you and Menek known each other for long, Rinwell?
No, not really.
Fair
I
enough.
haven't been with the Silver Swords for all that long, truth be told.
You're pretty young,
He's a smart guy.
Notably young.
He's also deeply suspicious of other people. I can understand, since that's how you get to survive around here.
Really? I could tell he was wary of us at first, but he seemed to warm up to us pretty quickly once we talked to him.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual for him. I think that's a sign of how desperate things have become. In my case, it took a long time for him to start trusting me. But then again, I kinda get where he's coming from. You never know who might betray the group, or when the Snake Eyes might be watching.
Yeah, and if these folks are
What
aware of
made
your
you join up
magecraft,
with the
they might
Silver
have
Swords
some
in the first
suspicions
place?
based on that as well.
This wasn't your hometown, so was it the Snake Eyes who...
No,
Oh?
it wasn't them. Actually, we shouldn't stand around talking. People will start to suspect us. Let's keep moving.
If we're in a position for people to suspect us when we're in the hideout, then it's probably not a very good hideout. Starting to run low on food. I better get in touch with the supply team so I can find more. I never expected to see your crew running with a Renin, I must admit. To be honest, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with it. You might say she's on the same side as us, but you just can't trust them. I gotta say, I'm not liking all the casual racing. Winwell brought you here. That means you guys can be trusted. Oh, there we go. Here's a guy who appreciates us. Consider yourselves appreciates Geo, more specifically. Consider yourselves honorary Silver Swords. Feel free to use this place however you like. You can stand around monoculture or dialoguing all day. We won't suspect a thing. Oh, Donna, what's that smell? It's coming from you. When was the last time you had a bath, buddy? Hey, lay off, would you? I don't smell that bad. Is that how you talk to someone who spends their days walking through the sewers, hauling what we need to keep this joint running? Yeah, so I guess these must be our double agents. Great work gathering all that intel. I know how risky it is for you to get all that, but your information is always a huge help. Snake Eyes haven't caught you sneaking around for us, have they? No, at least they're not aware of what I've been up to. At least I don't think they are. I couldn't tell you why, but sometimes I can't shake the feeling they might actually be on them. They just want me to think they haven't caught me. A very real possibility. If you're looking to pick up some intel, I suggest you visit the Central Plaza. You won't be able to just talk openly to whoever you like, but you should be able to at least hear some of the rumors going on. Plus, it's a good opportunity for you all to know Sisloden, see where things are at with it for yourself. What do you think? I look just like a snake eye, right? I can pass them. I'll be none the wiser. Of course, if you catch me, that's it for me. But hey, I risk, I rule, you know? Fair enough. Pretty cavalier, but that's an attitude that I take myself quite a bit. Anyone who's an enemy to Lord Ganabelt and the Snake Eyes is a friend to me. Whatever you need, I'm happy to sell it. Let's see, I assume we probably haven't gotten... Oh, we do. We have gotten materials to craft. I was just about to say that we probably did, but no, we're good. Yeah, still no Mega Cores, bizarre or otherwise. And I guess, I think we did get some more other materials that maybe we could use. Looks like not. Dark. Yeah, I do remember the chant that Rinwell was doing, involving light and darkness and stuff earlier, last episode. I wonder if that will come up some more, or if we'll learn a little bit more about the element and what they represent. Make sure you use it wisely. I had to cross treacherous bridges to get my hands on all of these wares. Do they really expect us to trust that bright-eyed woman who's working for the authorities? There's no telling what'll happen to us. Not our fault. Fennec's the one who let her in, so like it or not, she stays. What is Fennec thinking of letting a bright-eyed her join up with us? I don't know. I've lost count of how many good guys we've lost to her kind. Same goes for that guy from Flaglia who... Just how naive is he to... Well, don't worry. I'm a nice guy, so I'm not going to stab you with my fire sword. It would have been even nicer for me to not bring that topic up, because now they're going to think about being stabbed with a fire sword, and that would be very unpleasant. The thought and, the reality of it. Yeah, so I think what we'll do, since we're getting to the end of our time here, is I will read some of the... I was going to go for glossary, but I ended up on enemies, though. So you know what? Let's maybe read some of these bestiary entries. Read some of those. We'll sleep. Talk to Shion, maybe? I guess. See if she has anything to say. Yeah. And then we will conclude for tonight. Yes, Armadillo. A Sugal with a hard shell, sturdy enough to repel meager attacks with ease. The moment it senses danger, it rolls up into a ball, using its shell as a weapon as it flings itself toward cat enemies and charges at them with great speed. I just realized I haven't sipped all stream. Been busy, but been lurking? Well, glad to have you here, all. Getting close to the end of the stream, but I'm glad to... Yeah, good to see you, as always. Also, sip. Nice big sip to, compensate for the lack of previous sips. Sip. And another. I'm usually pretty good about, hydrating. But I was a little bit too excited, I guess, about the game, perhaps. Yeah. B. An insect Dougal that charges at enemies and fires 3 sharp stingers from its abdomen. Although it normally never lands, it can be shot down with a sufficiently powerful shot. Wolf. A wolf Dougal, deployed in Calaglia, that charges and bites at enemies with sharp teeth and claws. Though regularly dispatched to assist Renan armored soldiers for its speed, packs of strays can also be found roaming around Donna. Alright, that is the exact same text except for Cislodian instead of Calaglia, fair enough. An especially large Dougal that holds sway over the other ice wolves. It largely acts and fights like a typical ice wolf, but its bulkier build makes each attack pack a far harder punch in comparison. Bird Hawk. Yeah, I suppose I should be reading out these names if I was wanting to do that. Yeah, a bird Dougal that quickly swoops down on its prey from the sky, picking at it with its sharp, pointed beak as it drops balls of light and circles around the battlefield. Although it normally never lands, it can be shot down with a sufficiently powerful shot. Groper, a plant Dougal with root-like tendrils and a cap resembling that of a mushroom. It attacks enemies by flailing its limbs, expelling poisonous spores into the air. Golem, an amalgamation of countless rocks, moves like a titan, while the rock's natural hardness affords superior offense and defense alike. It's slow to react and has a glaring weak point on its back that is particularly brittle. Berserk, demi-human Dougal that tears its foes to pieces with claws it bears on both arms. screams in a frenzy like a soldier gone mad as he quickly rushes at the enemy to viciously attack them. Deceptive effigy. A Zool that waits patiently for its prey, as still as a statue. Once its target closes in, it flies low to the ground, talons bare. Its target manages to break away, however, reverts to its typical stillness, and proceeds to attack with the claw. Galaglia Armored Swordsman. Renin armored soldier stationed at Galaglia. Their armor not only keeps them well defended, but it also makes them mobile enough to wield enormous swords. So much so, in fact, they can swing their swords effortlessly with tremendous force. Galaglia Armored Swordsman. Exact same, in fact, other than the difference in level. Interesting that they, have different entries despite being the same creature, but I guess they do have different stats. Civil Observation Bureau Agent. An enforcer from Cislodius widely loathed Bureau of Civil Observation, colloquially known among locals as Snake Eye. Like Renin armored soldiers, they use both firearms and explosives, and are especially fond of attacking from behind. Unique. Lord Balseth, Lord of Calaglia, chosen owner of the Fire Master Corps. A larger-than-life man armed with an equally imposing battle axe at his side. So strong are his attacks that few survive a single blow in a recognizable state. So given that he is the chosen owner of the Fire Master Corps, and Shion has the Fire Master Corps, presumably she stole it from him specifically. I was thinking, she was described as a thief. She was described as a thief, and Balseth seemed to have a particular distaste for her. So that is the clear implication, but I was sort of wondering if it was, if it was going to be the obvious implication, or if maybe, I don't know, I was assuming that maybe she got it from some other sword or something like that. That perhaps she, I don't know, maybe she has some sort of secret individual that she is working with. And I guess that's still not a impossibility, but like someone who gave her the Master Core or made it for her or something like that. And that is how she got hers, rather than her having literally stolen it from Balseth. Because I guess Balseth never demonstrated having a Master Core. At least not in any fashion that was obvious to me. Because I'd assumed originally that his that his arts would have been the result of having a Master Core or something like that. But I guess other Calaglians, or not Calaglians, other Renins use arts and don't seem to have Master Core. I think Master Cores are pretty. I'd assume that they were probably more common than they were. I think the way that this is worded, chosen owner of the Fire Master Core, seems to imply that there are only a few. There's one for each of the elements. And I feel like maybe Shion might have said something to that effect back when she was expositing on the nature of these items and whatnot. And perhaps I've just forgotten. Could maybe be taking notes. But oh well. Fire Avatar. The monstrous incarnation of the fire astral energy accumulated in Calaglia's spirit vessel. Having broken in Elfin and Shion's skirmish with Balseth, it swings at them with fists strong enough to lift Balseth single-handedly, as well as flings fireballs and rock their way. So this was specifically a incarnation of the spirit vessel, and not anything to do with us directly. Bureau Agent Law. A young man working for Cislodia's Bureau of Observation, tasked with apprehending dissidents. An outstanding fighter who uses all four of his limbs as his weapon. He unleashes string after string of attack, like a mere demonstration, unfettered by any counterattacks that come his way. And the Ice Wolf Leader. The leader of the Ice Wolf Dugals that make Root Here Forest their den. His fangs glimmer with a bright white light and runs swiftly at its prey as it produces blocks of ice. Striking the weak point on its right foreleg, however, will stop it dead in its trap, leaving it vulnerable to retaliation. and mantis. A stray zoogle found around the Sandinus ravine that stands out compared to other species in the area by virtue of its bulky frame and combat finesse. The sickle it carries cuts through anything with ease, fire out shockwaves to boot. But yeah, it's gonna be a good while, just comparing the stats on this fellow. It's gonna be a good long while before we can fight this fellow. And yeah, comparing the level too. Because yeah, we regularly fight things that are a few levels above us. The fire avatar is quite a few levels above us. But I guess we really didn't fight the fire avatar per se. Not in the traditional sense, I suppose. But yeah, anyway. Oh, right, sleep. We're gonna sleep. If you're feeling tired or hurt, I recommend staying here so you can rest up and heal. We're doing pretty okay, to be honest, but you know. Do we want to cook? We can't get... Oh, we can get Shion to cook, actually. How much cooking do we need Shion to do? Careful when you're walking around outside. Any bleeding you suffer can mean a fatal loss of body. Oh yeah. Oh, we do have... Huh. I was thinking that we... Oh yeah, I forgot that we fought between now and the Ice Wolf. Wait, how's Shion doing for cooking? I guess it doesn't tell us how many we have left. Well, let's see, we cooked a meal with Shion this time, and last time, and I think 2 or 3 before that. So we're 4 or 5 meals into the 8 that Shion needs to cook. So you know what? We'll make some more porridge.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
Shion could always use a snack. Yeah, the transition there was a little bit different than I was expecting. So I was thinking that maybe it would then transition into us getting a skill, but it seems that the answer is no. Yeah. Anyway, let's wrap things up tonight, or tonight rather. Nope. Almost pressed the wrong button there. That would have been bad. All right, so we are done with Tales of Arise for tonight. So, we'll go over the schedule again real quick. For, tomorrow, I do not expect there to be a stream, because I will be needing to move over to my friend's house and get everything set up there. Or, get settled in. Probably need to spend some time getting used to the dog, and the dog to me, probably, given that I will be dog sitting. So yeah, so on that first day, I'm expecting to spend more time on that, and so there will not be a stream. I will still be dog sitting on Friday, but I will do everything that I can to ensure that I will be able to stream, and thus I will, do that. I'll do everything to make sure that I can stream, and as a result, stream, hopefully. Yeah, once again, I am still within town doing this work, so I shouldn't need to put myself out too much to manage to make that happen. But yeah, the stream will happen probably 8 o'clock, possibly as late as 8:30 p.m. Central Time, to accommodate for the fact that I will need to take care of the dog after work, make sure it is all well and such before I stream, and then, leave to stream and then come back. Again, it's not necessarily impossible for me to stream while I'm there. I will be streaming, a different game than this. And as another hint, it will be a game where I won't need both of my computers to stream. But I guess I don't need both my computers to stream this game, really. I could probably stream it on just one, on just my desktop, but, I've chosen to do a dual stream setup. And, I'm just sort of sticking with it, I guess. But yeah. So, 8:30 probably on Friday for the stream. Other than that, most likely no more streams for this week. Yeah. So I suppose that will probably be that. Once again, for next week, I don't necessarily suspect that we will be doing a collab on Tuesday. One way or the other, every game that I play as, solo, not part of a collab, through this upcoming Wednesday will be the new game that I start up on Friday. Yeah, so that will be that. And after that, then all of my non-collab streams will be alternating between Tales of Arise and the new game. Yeah, I got through that pretty well, I think. Pretty smoothly through that schedule. We're learning how to stream again, everybody. Or rather, I have learned how to stream again. Yeah. So, let's see who's around. A lot of options tonight. But I think, well, I guess first, if anyone has any suggestions, I will gladly hear them, of course. Don't want to leave everyone else in the lurch while I just pick a target of my own. If anyone has any raid targets. That's it. Yeah, it looks a little bit, yeah, it doesn't look like anyone, yeah. Doesn't look like it right now. So, yeah, let's go and see, yeah, unless there are any last minute entries, I think we're going to go and see Tantana tonight. It's been a while since we visited Tantana's stream, playing some Fall Guys, it would seem. You know, that's a very popular game, but it's not one that I've seen much of, to be honest. Not that that necessarily means anything, I guess, but it says more about me than it does anything else. Also, my mouse is acting up for some reason on my laptop. That's no good. Alright. I think we're good now. I don't know. Yeah, like it's flickering for some reason. Or it was. Not anymore. So I assume we're good. I don't know definitively that we're good, but I assume that we're good. But yeah, we'll wait a little bit longer so that the ad can happen. I guess the raid's gonna happen, so gotta do a little bit of setup for that. So, Tantana. Yeah, Tantana is one of the few people that I visit semi-regularly who isn't a VTuber. But yeah, still a very fun, positive streamer, playing some, like I said, some Fall Guys. I think I said that. But if not, I've said it now. So yeah. So, the customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. Put that in. So yes. Let's see, went over the schedule, went over the raid. Yeah, I guess that's basically everything that needs to be gone over. So, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope you have had a fine night. I hope that you will continue to have a fine night every night. And I hope that you will be well until the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Let us get this raid underway. And also, before we get this raid underway, this is the smoothest a raid has gone off in a long time. Because I had a little bit more patience before starting the raid countdown timer. So I didn't have to rush through everything at the end. But yeah, let's raid. Good night. Thank you. Farewell.